Hi. Things are escalating sort of quickly. I wonder just how crazy the first season might get. Just in the first few episodes, we're already like really trying to break out of there. Mark's innie is knows something is up now with the map. Stuff is escalating outside. PD running off and getting taken to the hospital, and assuming he actually makes it to the hospital. And Lumen is looking for him. Things are, things. Okay, I wrote down some things. Realizations. Harmony. She is just like a floor head, like of a severed floor, as in like there might be more severed floors. And she has people above her, like Natalie, I guess, who is high up enough that the board, deems it worthy to even just speak to her. And Harmony had like a little bit of a talking to there. It's just the gall of even just insinuating the possibility that PD could be acting as if he may be conceivably severed. Now, I don't know if the board actually thinks that that's impossible, or if they know it's possible, but they need to give the reputation that it's impossible. You would think that if it's possible, they who came up with it would know that. But then again, this place is super culty, and so people may be like totally bought into any sort of beliefs they have. Like the severing could be like a religious ritual to them, to where they don't even like consider. Their brains are just like totally turned off to like, oh, you can't reverse this is a divine thing. So that's another thing. That place is very, very culty. Not just like kind of culty, people coming together and like having things that they repeat and say and whatever. That's one thing. That's like a level 1 or level 2 culty thing. They have like the founder's house is like literally in the basement of this corporation, or a replica. And there's just a lot of like in the last episode, as they were going through the perpetuity wing, and we were also listening to like recordings and stuff, there was a very particular video game that gave me the vibe of, and it was I'm not gonna say it, I'll leave it a surprise, but you might know what I'm talking about. I will just say it's a game where you start out, and I'm not going to confirm what associations I'm specifically referring to here. In the game, you start out and there's a lighthouse, and it's at night, I think. And that's all I'll say. If you know, if you've played this game, you might know what I'm talking about. And if you do, great. Don't say it in the comments, defeating the whole purpose of why I'm not saying it. Just if you know, then you know. Another realization. The flip side of your innie not knowing something. So like for Mark, I was thinking about this for Mark and his grief. It's like on one hand, he doesn't know, and you think like, oh, that's good. But on the other hand, if he finds out, then he will have to experience the pain twice. His Audi going through it, which we haven't seen. This show takes place after Audi Mark found out about that and got that news. And yet, even though that happened in the past, we might actually see it in the present happen for the first time with his innie, if and when his innie finds out. And that's going to be obviously very hard. As speaking of like heavy stuff, That's I was thinking more about the stuff in his basement that he kept from his wife, and just how much more like terrible it is that Harmony was going through it, and all the more that she took something in there. Yeah. Lore. PD said something about people in the basement not being able to leave. I don't know if I missed that or just didn't think about it, but that sort of sank in when I was editing the last episode. People who I don't remember exactly what, like they were tried to break out, or they were bad or something, and they are always there. And PD didn't answer Mark when he asked if they were chained up. They might not literally be chained up, but otherwise are still conceivably restrained, or just, the general word would be imprisoned down there. I don't know what department or whatever that was, or what they did, but that's horrifying. So, yeah, I wrote, this was not confirmed, but it was insinuated, which is as good as confirmed. Okay, next lore, we got the departments. Was Kier a department? Kier, like the name of the founder? O&D, optics and design, macrodata refinement, of course, where the fam is at. And O&D was the department, optics and design, who had the coup, which is like contested in the lore history. But of course, you would think this is the kind of place where if that did happen, they would say it never happened. This is what powerful forces often do. Throw a rug over any sort of rebellion type stuff. Don't let people know. Don't give people ideas. And O&D got minimized to just the two people who we saw. So I guess it's just Christopher Walken and then that other lady. And they did, I guess the two of them did the egg drop challenge together, just them two. So there's that. We're also operationalizing the ratio of souls like some modern alchemy, and there are 4 tempers. I think I got them. Woe, frolic, dread, and malice. A decent range of kind of emotions. Real weird, like god complexy type beliefs and mythological interpretations of psychology and the soul and stuff. And considering like the length that this place goes to, I don't know, preserve the history and enforce all of this super specific stuff, and have these really harsh reprimands and stuff, and just the like they're trapping people there, and they're doing this terribly unethical like surgery thing, and like all of it together is just really wild. And I feel like it's gonna get spookier as we further tiptoe or just bull rush our way further into the lore. Okay, expanded thoughts. The disorientation. I really like the way that the cinematography is. I like the way that it is. Character like Petey is disoriented, and the way that it's shot really captures that disorientation very well. Very well done. Bravo to the creators. And it makes it helps it to be really immersive for us, the audience. And this was even done from the first episode when Helly was first going through the door, and the way the camera It was kind of like shifting around and like going around, and you just feel like kind of dizzy, and it's like capturing the disorientation very well. And in the second episode, I think there was also when her outie was coming out of the hallway and then going back in, and she was having like the same kind of experience in reverse, and then just the way the flashbacks are happening to Petey, really cool effect. And let's see what else. The group, I think Petey gave them a name. Not the I don't know, the protest, the whole 9 collective are like the protesters, but then there's like this actually legit group that's like really underground, I guess. And like to the extent that they're doing these surgery, like how do they do this? How do they know what to do? I'm just thinking now, I'm wondering like what would that take? Like, are some of these people like former Lumen employees? Maybe former higher ups, or maybe there's like one in there who knows some stuff. And these are like, whoever these people are, they're probably going to be like sort of the heroes of this show. Like if things really build up far enough, like these are going to be like the people leading the war against Lumon, I would think. I want to meet them. We surely will at some point. I would think probably a higher than 50% chance we will meet them in this season, even if just in the finale episode, which, by the way, I don't know when the finale is. I'm just sort of like playing the next episode, and so I'm not actually going to know when the finale is. And so I'm probably going to end up filming the finale and not knowing that it's the finale and treating it like any other episode. If we get to episode 10, I'm just going to assume it's probably the finale, because shows these days rarely go past 10 episodes. But sometimes they don't even go that far. So I don't know. And then after I film that, I'm going to be trying to film the next episode, and I'm going to be like, I can't find it. There is no next episode. That was the finale. The next episode is the next season. So, that's not a thing that I think any other reactors do. Not that I've seen. Reactors usually know what they're doing, and it's a big deal, and they make announcements like, oh, this is finale. I don't know if I'm going to do that personally. When it's the finale, I think that might be even better to not know, and to just all of a sudden you have this really intense episode. Anyway, the non-Severance higher-ups confirmation second I thought this was confirmed, and now I'm wondering, we might not actually know 100% like I thought about if the floor heads, Harmony and the other boss guy, if they actually are not severed, and if they actually do know through the floors, if they maintain ice. That might be confusing language when I say that. What I mean is if they maintain coherency between the floors and they don't have a flip or whatever. Because I was assuming like, oh, they got the book outside, but they're inside talking about it, and so they must know. But actually, that's not 100%, right? It could be that they brought the book in, Harmony went through the elevator, and she shifted, and she might have been like, oh, what's this book? But she left a note for herself saying exactly why. And like her halves may be in like very direct communication with each other to where they are almost the same, but they're still split. That could be the case. Maybe. I guess we don't 100% know. Irving, he is not just a suck-up. In fact, he might not really be... Well, I guess he is. Yeah, like, he's at least kind of a suck-up, I think. But I think it's less that he's a suck-up, and it's more that Irving is fully bought in. He, like, sincerely believes this stuff. Otherwise, he is the most, like, clever double agent. Like, because, I mean, this is survival for everybody down there. I would not rule it out. There's, like, a non-zero chance that... I mean, just think, if you're in survival down there, you want to play you want to play your hand as well as you can. It would be very clever, I think, probably, to pretend and play along, and to even like go so far as to like act like you're fully bought into this. Irving has the potential for like the best betrayal against Lumen, but I don't think that's likely at all. Very, very low chance of that. I think he's just fully bought in. I think he really believes this stuff. He sincerely cares about this. Unfortunately, poor guy, he's got duped. So, okay. I've just reassured myself why, after I am done yapping so much in the intro, why I check everything to make sure it's still working. Because I lost everything after the Irving comment, which is actually super coincidentally, that was just, I only had one more note after that. So we only lost not even a significant note. Fortunately able to capture most of my brilliance at explaining all of my previous thoughts. Final note was the elevator. The way that it was shot. Actually, you know what? I don't need to say all this again. I am recording separate to my video, and so I still have the audio, and you can just listen to the audio, and I can just like play like a little animation or something of me as a recreation. Okay, so we're good. Thank goodness. I don't have to repeat anything. He's a believer. They got my boy, my poor boy. That's what I wrote. Okay, and then the other guy from O&D, Christopher Walken's character, he also seems bought in. And so, you know, these might be two guys who are like Lumen's top soldiers in terms of like ideological loyalty or whatever. Okay, this is my final note. The elevator correlating with reverse. Oh yeah, when this was happening at the end, it was just the way I didn't say anything, even though I was thinking about this, because it didn't seem like, if PD doesn't have the brain chip, I don't know why this would have affected him. But the way it was shot, it made it seem like when Mark was going through the elevator, that whatever the thing that happens is, like, let's say it was some sort of like magnetic blast or something. What if it's really big and it goes like outside the building and like covers the whole town or something? I don't know why this sounds kind of ridiculous, but it seemed like as that was happening, PD was getting significantly worse as that happened. But that was just the way it was shot. It might have been just a dramatic coincidence of timing or whatever. Like I said, if he doesn't have the brain chip, then what would even be the pathway for that to happen? But that was just a thing. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay. Okay. I'm like, this feels like the kind of show where like it has the potential to like get really crazy and get really heavy. And I don't know when that's gonna be, but like when it happens, it's just gonna happen. And I'm just, the point is I'm not ready. Oh, okay. This is Severance, Season 1, Episode 4.
All I can be is sorry, and that is all I am.
Okay, we're finishing up the break room. I wonder how many times she said this. And I wonder if they do anything to her, or if it's just exhaustion. I wonder if she meant it, or if he's like, good enough. How is she gonna mean it? What is it gonna take? Like, how can you just flip and suddenly mean it? Are they timing how long she's been there? 17 minutes? Do they have a timeout? Uh-oh, I don't... So, what happens now? Oh, she has to keep coming back even if she doesn't get in trouble again? Poor Ellie. I believe in her. Yeah, oh, let's get her outie, please. And see how she reacts to her arm. I mean, she'll have to believe whatever story they give her at first.
See you tomorrow, Ellie.
Pips.
It's tomorrow.
I read it 300 times yesterday.
259. Again, please. Now.
What the hell is that voice?
Is she hearing things? An audible hallucination? You would have to go crazy eventually, right?
Forgive me. I'm sorry.
No paraphrasing.
Jeez. Well, that's no good. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Like, you may not suddenly start believing in whatever it is you have to say, but you really might get to the point to where you truly are like, I am stuck here. This is my life now. Like, I'm scared and I'm sorry. And then you like really mean that. And maybe they take that. I don't know exactly what they're trying to get. Is that okay? And that's when he came down. Locked. What? Exactly what year is this? That's a flip phone. I mean, then again, they have a lot of vintage stuff at the company, which I thought was just style. But I wonder if all that stuff is vintage, like, because it actually takes place decades ago. Or a decade ago. I don't know. I'm leaning on it's just a style choice, in which case it makes sense. Oh, there's the map. That she might have a flip phone.
I wonder if, as department chief, you feel you should check on her progress?
Well, Mark doesn't have that power.
Yeah,
he can ask.
you can't just
Not going
go in there, can you?
Hi,
Whoa!
I'm so sorry to interrupt. We met the other day. I'm Bert from Optics and Design.
This is
Hi.
like an invasion.
Hi, Bert.
How
Bert.
about wet
Pips.
Do you know where this
Dylan.
office is?
You brought pre-release handbook totes for us.
Is that
Seems the
kosher?
right thing. I know your time is valuable.
Okay, well, you can drop them on the desk. Long hike back to O&D.
Wanted to extend an invitation. If an informal tour of O&D.
Can
ever
you do
sounds
that?
Refreshing. I'd be happy to personally offer
Does he
that
have
to
the
Irving.
authority? Directions are on the back. I feel like they're supposed to not know how to get around in there.
It's absurd. We've never visited them before now. Kia's
Yeah.
whole original vision.
Not
That was
absurd
before
relative
O&D
to this
started
company,
disembowelling
though.
People's bowels.
Nonsense. I'll be back by 1.
He's gonna die.
She's back. Does she have to go back, or did she do it?
How many times?
500.
1072.
Is that normal? She is... Her soul has got to be just ravaged.
What about the voice behind the door?
Crying baby, you mean?
They have a term for it.
Like the angry mumbly guy.
Guys,
Oh, they're different.
really not supposed to talk about the break room. You know, the important thing is
Yikes.
you apologize correctly.
What you gotta do is trick the machine.
Hmm.
I like to imagine my Audi's love maid with a MILF or two.
Okay, so you can trick it. So it is just like a a basic lie detector. They have technology for a brain chip that can do all this, but not for a better lie detector.
That's why we have protocols.
Trying to justify the break room. O&D, new department.
Oh, hi. We met in the hall the other day.
Does she know they were coming?
Bert's over there.
Okay.
Don't touch anything.
I actually cried when you guys put up the youthful convalescence of Kier.
No.
I did. I never thought I'd see the handbook passage depicted visually. Oh, man, what a month. Where did Felicia go?
Supply run.
Where do they get supplies?
Voila.
Gonna be more
Let not weakness live in your veins.
religious
Cherished workers, drown it inside you.
imagery.
Rise up from your deathbed and sally forth, perfect for the struggle.
Exactly.
Is that just ideological
Sorry, what time is it?
intimacy
I
or
have to go.
romantic intimacy? I can't tell. It feels like it could be either. I mean, if nobody else feels a loyalty, whew,
Yes.
almost got
That was
caught.
good, right?
Does she suspect something is up? She gonna be trying to peek in on him? She has the power to just pull that shade down whenever she wants. I couldn't do that. I wouldn't like that. If I could lock my cubicle walls, I would. I would have to be really close to my coworkers to allow that freedom. Oh, he's not lost, is he? Where are his directions? Or did he see something? What all is down here? Let's get some more, like a conference room. Ooh, he shouldn't be just like exploring, should he? If anyone should know better, it would be him. Oh, this was the room and he sees, does he know that is? What is he feeling right now? Does he want to take that? Does he want to, is that just like an artifact? He wants it for the novelty?
What's this?
Oh no!
Put that away?
Oh, she was snooping in his jar.
It's a map of the hallways.
No, it isn't.
Oh,
I
now
thought
they,
we weren't supposed to make maps.
now they all know.
We're not. I didn't. It's just something I found. I think Petey made it.
Oh,
Pips.
you didn't turn it in?
You're such a hypocrite lecturing me on following the rules.
I wasn't
Right.
lecturing you. I'm just trying to keep you out of the break
I
room.
can't believe Petey was a mapper. Let me see. Everywhere we know of. This must have taken him weeks.
Why aren't we supposed to map the office?
Render not my creation in miniature.
Why? They look like houses, right? That's how houses look.
Yeah, exactly. Because these
weird.
are random board doodles. So why would they be on a map of the severed floor?
It could be a thing you don't know. Clearly, he was trying to tell you something.
No.
You're more loyal to this place than to your friend.
I'm loyal to how it felt around here before you showed up.
The work is bull.
Pips. The work
True.
is mysterious and important. And we deal with the uncertainty it brings us in the way that Kier would have wanted. Together.
Whoa.
As a family.
Does he really believe that?
I could not, with a razor to my throat, be less interested in being your family. Your best friend left this for you, and you don't give a
Pips.
Bravo. She's doing the Lord's work.
You're right. I don't give a Pips.
No,
Mark.
don't do, no. Oh no.
There. It's gone. Now we can get back to work.
Is he doing that for show? Is he gonna try and like piece that all back together later?
It's an emergency.
What about it?
I was going to get Mr. Milchek. What do
So
you mean?
he has to
Doesn't matter.
report that?
Has anyone seen anything like this before?
Be content in my words, and dally not in the scholastic pursuits of lesser men.
They've got a whole Bible full of this stuff.
What are you doing?
His ego's pissed because Helly called him out for bootlegging.
My ego's fine. I'm just trying to.
Pips.
Mark, what is this? I bet it's a loyalty test.
Does he not know who
Remember
that
the spy-
I'll be turning this into milkshake.
What?
who his
Why?
brother-in-law is?
It's booty.
His Annie?
It's booty with your name on it.
This is an idolatrous text that should be brought to him immediately.
Did his sister get married after he started working down there? What's she looking at? Oh, does she want to piece it back together herself? Oh, but it was mixed in with so much other stuff, though. Wait, what's...
So what's
paper
your space
cutter?
like?
Did she... What does she want to use the paper cutter for?
Ellie,
I want a camera.
I am so sorry, Miss Cobell.
what is happening here? Okay, let's just...
It's Cobell, right?
Yes.
They would let her do that, right, though?
Do I look like a...
They would take the risk. They can give her a plausible
No,
story to
you
believe why
do
that happened.
Ellie?
But they're not gonna... What sort of assurance can she have that they're actually gonna pass this to herself? This... I don't see how this will work. And how bad is she gonna be reprimanded after this? With no payoff.
Hey,
Oh, is she making... But she has nothing to threaten them anymore with. Why are they letting her do this now? I feel like she still needs to be holding the paper cutter. Because without that, she has nothing. Oh, I wonder if the elevator, if they actually give it to her, but the elevator scrambles it.
guess this is the part where I should tell you to go to hell.
Ironic.
If you're already here.
Yeah. She just called it out explicitly. Maybe they didn't record anything at
I was
all.
never sorry.
This is not... Yeah, there's nothing on there, right? Something, what's going on? So her outie came back.
I watched your video asking that I resign. I also received and responded to your previous request. I assumed that would resolve the issue, but now Miss Cobell says you threatened to cut off your fingers. I understand that you're unhappy with the life that you've been given, but you know what? Eventually we all have to accept reality.
What?
So, here it is. I am a person. You are not. I make the
What?
decisions. You do not. And if
Oh,
you ever
no.
do anything to my fingers, know that I will keep you alive long enough to horribly regret that. Your resignation request is denied.
Oh my goodness.
Turn it off.
Is that really her?
Scroll down to explore our rustic birthing cabins. I don't know. It just looks more like Pips. These schools are a birthing center to me, but...
Man, I'm still reeling from that video that supposedly Helly gave to herself. No. Wonder if he died naturally because of the unseverance, or if Lumon found him and finished his job. I feel like answering the phone would probably be a bad idea.
Have you heard from the board yet?
No.
She's playing with the
Kilmer wasn't
finger
your
trap.
fault, and it certainly wasn't mine. It wasn't your fault, Harmony.
If you want a hug, go to hell and find your mother.
Jesus.
Since Petey reintegrated,
The board's never acknowledged reintegration.
we have to get his chip.
His corpse is scheduled to be destroyed by cremation following his funeral.
They want to look and make sure whether or not he was unsevered, or I don't know.
Vision, for wit, cheer, humility, benevolence,
The 9 values of Lumon.
probity, wiles.
So they seemed like they didn't do that. He just naturally died. So are they gonna be trying to get his body? Is Mark gonna
What are you doing here?
catch them
Oh, poor man. Well, on the upside, at least now we both have a date. Oh, there he is.
She has a creepy relationship
the bathroom, but,
with
I'll see
Mark.
you in a sec.
Especially when she's like looking through the window at him and being like, oh, Mark. Ugh. His daughter. I guess she's probably there, presuming they had a good relationship. Oh, is that her?
I suppose you were close and everything.
Or maybe they weren't close, I don't know. Harmony's like, can you give me the room for just a minute? So I can get this body.
I'm sorry I don't know you. I'm Peter's ex-wife.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, sure, sorry.
You're from Lumen.
How does
So
she
you
know?
didn't even know him at all.
Well, I just figured I'd know him. You're, are you June?
Yeah. So you knew my dad?
Yeah, at work.
Oh, you're one of those. Do you ever think that maybe the best way to deal with a
Pips.
situation in your life isn't to just shut your brain off half the time?
She's probably feeling some stuff. Understandably. Yeah, they looked like they were close. Seems like kind of an appropriate song for this series. What did she do? She just like cut into his head while nobody was looking? Or is she about to do that right now? Is that, did I hear a knife? Oh my goodness. Okay. That's gonna make some noise. Mark, please catch her. Or maybe his daughter will run out. Somebody go in there.
It's just a monster under your bed. In your head.
That's the call to let Chloe outside. That's it. She's already done, right? Or is he looking at her, tweezing? Okay, yeah, no.
I'm so sorry.
Ooh.
I think I have the cystitis under. If you ever want to talk.
Does she not know that she
Good night.
is missing her cell phone? She's got to know, right? Don't go over to her house, please. Is he gonna go somewhere else? Where's he gonna go? To the greenhouse? Where he was staying before? Look around for clues that he might have left around. Where is he? What's that? Oh, car accident? Is this where his wife? Is there a little memorial there? Petey's funeral remind him. It's a beautiful shot. So, did they...
How did you...
So did they not get the brain chip out, the group, but they just somehow disabled it?
Yes, Miss Casey.
It's the wellness
I'd like
lady.
you to run a special wellness session with Marcus. He just needs it.
Going through it.
Trust me.
Kier invites you to drink of his water.
Perfect.
Felicia said you'd be here.
Such a lovely vista, but
He could slip.
Worried about his health.
it was a thrill to have someone from MDR come see us.
The handbook cares. No workplace shall be repurposed for slumber.
I'm more of a first edition guy. Original word of Kier. And I shall whisper to ye, dutiful through the ages. In your noblest thoughts and epiphanies shall be my voice. You are my mouth. And through ye, I will whisper on when I am 10 centuries demised.
I don't understand.
He doesn't just speak to us. Through the handbook, the paintings, he finds other ways.
But I live abroad as a vagrant, abstaining from my own.
How did he...
Rely on the charity of strangers.
How is he smuggling
Most
that
were
book around?
vagrants themselves, yet they were happy. Your job needs you, not the other way around.
Is that gonna empower him to detach from the job?
Safe travels.
Did she take the shavings? Those would be symbols, right? What is she gonna do a makeshift noose? Is she? I mean, she's gotta be absolutely devastated. And like, what do you do now? Oh, see, he's gonna catch her. Oh. Or is that where it's supposed to go? Oh, no. Yeah, okay, he suspected that.
Sometimes
Whose
I
candle
ask
is that?
people to sculpt how they feel out of clay.
Is his wife's candle? She brought it there? And then they're just using it now? Is Irving gonna catch her?
Destiny.
What is happening? I guess she could like go in the elevator and have it tied and going through the doors, and then as the elevator goes up it
is for dreaming.
Decapitates her.
E is for energy. S is for stewardship.
Or she's just gonna do it in the elevator.
Earth.
I'm really nervous right now. What is this place?
It's for terror, which gives us more worth.
I wouldn't expect Irving to be
I is for
peeking
eyes,
around.
which observe us with love, until N, meaning newness, rains down from above.
Is this gonna be the end of
why?
Helly?
That's a question we needn't now ponder. For destiny shall deliver all yonder.
I like can't even pay attention
How are you?
to the words.
Yeah? Seems like you're getting the hang of stuff here. Cool.
Oh. I mean, it makes sense, right? Honestly, it's really crazy that everybody else isn't doing something like that. On the other hand, it makes sense. People adapt. People rationalize given their situation. If you're in a really bad situation, especially a really horrific situation, your brain can do a really good job at coping with it. But on the other hand, it's certainly not guaranteed. I wonder... So there's like a fork on if that video from Helly's Audi was real or not. If, like, considering that it wasn't real, and maybe they fabricated it somehow, maybe... I mean, like, today, you could do that with AI. You could have an AI avatar clone of somebody that looks real and says whatever you want it to say. Maybe there's another way the show could explain how that wasn't authentic. Maybe they could have tricked Helly into saying that or something. I don't know how that would work though. But the other fork is that was real, and that is Helly, her Audi, and she did mean it. And it could just be, I mean, you can imagine how if this sort of thing were real, the sort of justification and excuses a corporation who's trying to like get away with it would pad it for people, like downplaying it, doing everything they can to sort of make the narrative seem like your innie is essentially not a real person. And like, I don't think we know much about Lumen, but it obviously seems like a really big power, a really big force, a really big company. Presumably there's a lot of prestige behind it. We saw how excited Helly's Audi was about everything. She could have just held, it could have been like trying to, like, you think the company is so good and they're telling you like, they're downplaying the experience of like the innie, that maybe like someone could reasonably have that conclusion on their own. But then either way, regardless, it's very understandable that like, what sort of life is it living down there? I'm kind of surprised I didn't consider this as something that any of the characters might be doing, especially Helly, who's new and is just finding out about this and is like taking it really hard. Because again, what sort of life is this? What's like for you to even get out of there, if you were, like you would effectively die anyway. Essentially, it's sort of, it seems kind of like the teleportation problem. I think this originated or got popular from Star Trek, the teleporter or whatever, and then the philosophical question of teleporters, how if you teleport, if like your atoms are just being rearranged, dissembled, and then rearranged somewhere else, that might be you, but also the you that teleported, like, would essentially be dead. And then there's another video game I'm thinking of, short, it's like an 8-hour psychological horror kind of I probably won't say anything about it. In keeping with these themes, if you played it, you might know what I'm referring to. But yeah, so I'm like, it doesn't hit me hard with surprise that Helly would resort to that, especially after all, even just everything that's happened in the few days she's worked there. I mean, she said it on the nose that place is effectively hell. Now, I don't know if, like, we left on a cliffhanger here. How long does it take for the elevator to go between floors? The guy with the wand is at the top. Does she have enough time, or is there not enough time for? Well, even if there's not enough time, her Audi is going to experience herself hanging if there's not enough time. And then, I mean, if Audi Helly truly doesn't see her any as an authentic person, then, you know, you're not gonna treat your any as a person. And so Audi Helly could just think like, okay, this is insane, and so now I need to do something. But I mean, what could she even do to make her any regret it and like fall in line? I don't know. So any sort of resolution or further development there, I'm kind of cloudy on. Yeah, so PD didn't make it. They never actually got the brain chip out. I guess they just had a way of disabling it, that group. Again, sloppy, really risky stuff that the company is doing. Harmony at the funeral, taking a drill to PD's head while everybody's in the other room, where anybody could have walked in for any fluke of a reason. Like, that's crazy to take that risk, or it feels crazy. Like, how do they not have a guy, some expert, to do this sort of shadowy stuff more professionally? I wonder if maybe Harmony did it to redeem herself, kind of. Like, I wonder if they can, now that they have the brain chip, if they can investigate it and see like, oh, this thing has been disabled. This person actually got de-severed. And then she can be like, told you. So Harmony brought Mark's wife's candle to the wellness room. That felt kind of sick. And they lit it. Yeah, that was definitely the heaviest episode so far. So I'm in sort of a somber mood. I wonder if there'll be more to do with PD's wife and daughter. Or was it his ex-wife? Can't remember. They were kind of like asking about Mark. I wonder if they knew much about the company, like how secretive it is. I wonder if his daughter is like curious and will go find Mark and like ask him about it. I don't know. I don't know what sort of pathways might be there for the storyline to go. The book laying there, I guess, because the boss guy was reading it when Helly was trying to escape, and he dropped it and ran to handle that. So I guess he forgot about it. And it seems like they have kind of some rule that like nothing should be out of place or whatever, and it should be reported, but Mark kept it. I don't know if he recognized that it was his brother-in-law on the cover. So I wonder if his sister got married after he started working there, and so he doesn't even know he has a brother-in-law and that's him. I don't remember what the note on the front said. Did it say it was directed to Mark? I wonder if, even if there's not an explicit message to Mark that the company would deem that he shouldn't know, I wonder if... No, there's no way. Because, like, let's say his brother-in-law knew what was up. He could, like, have veiled language in that book, like cryptic messages, that other people would miss, but that Mark would see, or Mark might be able to discern. But even if not, maybe just coincidentally, the content of the book itself would just so happen to have some impression on Mark as to kind of jog his brain around. Maybe the content of the book has to do with like questioning stuff like what was it he was reading? He's not lucky to have the job, his job is lucky to have him. Maybe he will kind of go through some empowerment eureka and start not taking the company so seriously, and maybe especially if Helly is no longer with us, if he's kind of takes that as like, this is really serious, and thinks about her trying to escape, and tries to thinks about what she said to him about his best friend and how he's just sort of shrugged that all off. And I could definitely see that pushing him to digging into the paper shreds and putting that map back together. Otherwise, it would be up to Mark's Audi to not fall off of the rabbit trail and to keep pursuing it, because I think PD also had a map at the greenhouse, so he could maybe find a way to get it to himself. I don't know. I still don't know how you trick the symbol detector. Still don't even know how powerful the symbol detector is. Irving and I already forgot his name. Christopher Walken. I don't like it. It seems to me just at least as likely that they are just like ideologically intimate rather than romantically intimate feelings towards each other. But you know, either way, I'd ship them. What was that room that Irving found? I was impressed he was like snooping around. I mean, on one hand, you would think he would like totally adhere to all the policies, like religiously adhere to them. But on the other hand, you even if you feel that strongly, that loyal, it's because of what's behind that loyalty that would make you so curious, right? You love it so much that you want to know more, that you're just so curious. Yeah, so what was that room with all the people? I don't know what that was, if we had a reference to that. That wasn't O&D, was it? Because I thought that was just 2 people. Yeah, I don't know. Lots of mysterious stuff down there in the basement. Yeah, wow. Well, next episode is gonna be pretty heavy to go into. Until then,